That's not my best friend.
And this is not my best friend.
But together we are
The backup friends.
Hey, that came out way better than I thought it was going to. So this is gonna be the second episode. We're still getting like in the swing of things. I know that at the time of recording, we are going to be posting our hot takes video pretty soon.
What was your favorite hot take?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think my favorite hot take of the ones that we had. Ooh, that's a good question. I think that it was probably the guy you called performative, just because that was so funny.
Bro's got a hot take. My hot take is you're looking very performative.
Nani?
We should do like the behind the scenes of that, because it's like being like, what did we talk about? What did he say? Okay, like say to me, you know what I mean?
So we had like a bunch of different kinds of hot takes. So like we had, I think the first one we had was
the girl.
The girl that walked up behind us, like
yes.
What was her name? Persephone.
Persephone
was really adorable. She was her opinion was basically that you shouldn't like snitch on your friend if they killed somebody. Well, depending on who they killed.
It depends on the crime. If it was murder, it would depend who they murdered.
Why would it depend on who they murdered?
Because I think murder is sometimes justifiable, to be honest.
And I was like, you know what? That's totally valid. It reminded me of like when I used to be a bad child.
A bad child?
So I told you I used to live in the hood. So like a lot of my friends would be up to like devious activities.
Yeah, and you were like snitches get stitches.
No, it wasn't even like that. It was always like I was always the kid that didn't do that kind of stuff. I was the smart kid. I was the nerd. I was the one they always said was gonna make it out the hood. But like all of my friends are like, you know, gang activity, doing this, doing that, doing whatever. And I was always of the opinion, I was just like, man, because I know that I'll run with y'all. If the police show up at my door, I'm telling everybody. I ain't going to jail, especially if I didn't do it.
That's fair. But she was really nice. I think my favorite one was the beat up your manager.
That was so funny.
You should be allowed to scrap with your manager.
Scrap with your manager?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
No, like, you know, hot take, violence in the workplace, right? Bad, normally, right?
Yeah.
But if your manager's really pissing you off like that, fuck him.
Okay,
fuck him or her. Fuck him, fuck her. You know, punch the shit out of your manager.
Just because
it was so relatable.
I think it was so relatable, and how they were just like, if you lose to the fight, that means you get fired.
If you lose the fight, you get fired. But I think if you win, you should get promoted.
If you win, you get promoted. You get the day off too. Like you get that day paid off.
It's like King of the Hill.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, whoever wins, now you're the top dog.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, just because there's some people at my work that I'm just kind of like, shut up. Like, dude, shut up. I know I'm new. Shut up though. Like I'm very like trainable. Like I'm very like I come off like very approachable and will be able to learn all those skills, but I'm just like, I don't care.
You know, I get it. I think it just depends on like the kind of people that you work with. Because I like doing security for so long. Because I did security for 4.5 years. The amount of like insane kind of people I would like interact with on a daily basis, not just like my coworkers, but, like the people I would work for, the people like some of the people that would come in. I was like, bro, I want to beat your ass so bad. You have no idea. But like I think I've told you this before. Like one of the guys, like when I had my first security job, I used to work at like this HOA community, like a private gated community.
Oh yeah.
And part of our job was like inputting stuff into a computer, like the license plates, the people's names, etc. One day I'm training this new guy, and I'm like explaining to him because the system's not complicated. It's basically, what's your name? Where you going? Okay.
Yeah, like
cool.
There's a whole script to it. There's like, if you look on the computer, there's little open spots that will be like,
exactly.
That's so easy.
But the guy didn't know how to read.
What do you mean?
He could not read.
Like actually?
That's what he told me. Yes. Because like I'm breaking it down to him, and I'm like, oh, okay, like you know, like I love like being able to like work with people that have like disabilities.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a guy that had a disability. He just couldn't read.
Interesting.
And like it boggled my mind because I was of the opinion, how'd you get through the interview?
Yeah.
How did you get hired?
Yeah.
Even if you had made it to the interview, how did you submit your application? There were so many questions that I had, but
Sorry, I
I didn't realize that was that boring.
No.
Damn.
I need water. That's why I feel like
We have our case right back there.
I
There's some
yawn.
cold ones in the fridge too, if you need.
No, these are fine. I yawn a lot when I like need water. It's really weird. I swear. Like I'm not. Jeez.
Okay,
I'm
well,
a little tired. I didn't take my Adderall today. That's why, because I don't know where it's at.
you lost your prescription drugs.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I don't know where it's
But
at.
no, I think the peak moment was like me not knowing that you didn't know how to read.
Yeah.
Then watching him trying to do it by himself. I was just like, say the guy's name was like John Johnson. He typed in like XK
What?
VR. I was sitting there looking at the computer, really confused. I was like, okay, maybe like he just mistyped, he's gonna backspace. And then I'm like, and then he looks at me, he's like, I can't find it. And I'm like,
Interesting. Yeah, that's you can't do the job. You know what I mean? Like that's expected.
And then I was just like, okay, well, I enjoy doing the front gate anyway. Like you can go take a lap around the thing.
Yeah, like give him a different opportunity to help out.
So all he had to do was just walk around the property. He didn't have to walk hella fast. He didn't have to run. He didn't have to sprint. This dude comes back after like 5 minutes. Because keep in mind, like the community, like I think I walked the entirety of the community in like 20, 25 minutes. I'm fat. So like this dude was like, he was like an older guy. He's like maybe like mid-30s, maybe like early 40s. And he was just like, he came back after like 5 minutes, like drenched in sweat. Like it wasn't even that hot that day. It was like 85. Like drenched in sweat. Like he was like dark skinned. Like, but he came back looking about as pale as you. And I was sitting there, I was like, damn. I was like, bro, are you okay? He was like, yeah, just give me a second. I'll be right back out there. I'm like, bro, no, go sit your ass down.
Yeah, like go chill out, get a water.
That was a guy. That was a guy I definitely wanted to just be like upside the head.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, what would be the easiest thing for him? But we don't have to be on that. I don't know. I just am like trying to think, like, yeah, walking around the thing, but it's like you told him to go walk around and he didn't.
No, he tried.
He tried?
He came back. Like he walked like for like 5 minutes. That's why he came back like that.
Oh, I thought you were saying that he like ran.
No,
like
he
ran.
was as far as I'm aware, he was walking.
Because you saw him walk out. Okay.
Yes, I saw him walk out.
Interesting.
Unless he just decided to run and didn't tell me. But I was like, yo, what, like, bro, like, what are you on?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's really weird. Speaking of people and what they're on, I was talking to Tino before this because I just got off school. And we're doing, like, I go to community college in the Valley. I go to CSN. And we're supposed to be doing informative essays about this topic that we like searched up and did deep research about. You know what I mean?
Shout out finals week, by the way.
Shout out. It's awesome. I have to write maybe like 4. I've already done 3, but I need to write 1 more paper. But I've already done 4 papers.
I just finished a 10-page fucking research
oh,
paper.
Damn!
Yeah.
So
But anyway.
we're all performing, or like we're all doing our thing, and she just decides to put me as the first one. And I was just like, okay, like I'm okay with that. I'm okay going first. Like I'll set off the standards. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm shaking like a fucking chihuahua. Like just like, hello guys. Like I don't know why. I just get really nervous, like being up with multiple people just staring at me, and especially like having to present something. Even though I was super like my I feel like my research was very honest, very good, very like well performed. So then my other classmates are going up and literally just like copy paste on like a Google Doc like PowerPoint. And I'm like,
What the fuck?
yeah. And then the teacher's like, great job, you did amazing. And I was like, what class am I in? Like what? Like what is happening? Like I put all this effort in and nobody did anything.
It sounds like my fucking sophomore English class back in high school.
Really?
That's exactly how that structure was. Like it was like
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But sorry, not to cut you off. Just to kind of finish up the story, like as well. What I was telling Tina before this, there was this girl that did one on the Bop House. The Bop House. That's how does that inform me at all? I don't understand. She was just talking about like body image, and she was just like, "You're not supposed to be like personal in an informative research project either. You know what I mean? You're supposed to just be like straightforward, like these are the facts, like that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just, I just sat there and I was like, what am I doing? I need to get out of here.
What was like the context of her paper? Like, what was like?
It was just like, it was literally just body image and phones and social media, I guess. I didn't really pay attention because I was just so like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Was it like a social commentary, or was she just like in support of like those kinds of things?
It was, no, it literally, she was just reading off her paper, just being like, the Bop House, they got big butts. I want a big butt. And I'm like, yeah, like, literally like a quote from her. A quote from her.
Ain't no fucking.
Yeah.
Bro, these people aren't real, bro.
I know. And
what kind of NPC ass energy was that?
I don't even know. And then she was just like, yeah, social media just is really hard on people, especially me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, pop off, queen.
Bro, is this like communication class or something?
No, this was English.
What the fuck English are you in?
I don't know. Stupid English, I guess. Bop English.
Remedial English, apparently.
But what was your sophomore story?
Oh my god, I have like so many stories from like just English class in general. I think the worst one is that when I was a senior, I didn't do my final presentation.
Oh, sorry. I was like,
I don't know what that was either. I
You
didn't do my final presentation like at all. I didn't research it.
Bruh.
I didn't write it.
Why? Procrastinated?
Yeah, it was
Bruh.
it was a bit of procrastination. It was also just a bit of like I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I
Hi,
was like,
Bacon.
well, okay, well, Bacon's here now.
Hi, Queen. Come on. Cat whisperer, bruh. Come on, baby. Aww.
But yeah, but the thing is that we weren't graded on like the content, like or like the actual writing. We were graded on the presentation.
Oh my god.
So I'm a very good bullshitter.
Yeah.
So I pulled up to the presentation. I read like one Wikipedia page. I think it was on Robert Frost.
Who's that?
He was a poet who like was like he was like a famous poet. I'm trying to remember the name of the some of the he did the.
I should give you some like lenience on this because you read one page.
He wrote the I think it was The Road Less Traveled. That poem.
Oh.
Well, okay.
Bacon said I actually wrote that. Kitty baby flying. Got air lifted out of the sky or out of the whatever. What is it?
Yeah, it was like the I'm trying to remember the name of the I think it's The Road Less Traveled, where it's basically like the poem's basically about normally you go down this one road all the time and you can like tell that like it's the beaten path because there's like no leaves in the way, etc., etc.
Yeah.
He's like, but today I feel like I'm gonna go down this road because I can see like the leaves and tell that no one's really gone down this like ever. And it was like more of like a thing like for like it was like a parallel for like life. It was like
Yeah.
you know like going through like life and like doing everything that everybody else has done. You know,
Like, it's
like
yeah.
sure like you know that would be safe, but it might not be as fun or entertaining
Yeah.
or interesting for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote because he was one of my favorite poets back in like high school. I don't think I've read a single Robert Frost poem since high school, but yeah, I literally did that and I got like a 95 on the presentation just because I could present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think my essay, I got to rewrite it because it was just my rough draft and we have to turn in like our final pretty soon here.
All right.
And mine was already at like 4 pages.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I write a damn good essay.
I can write a damn good essay like when I'm locked in, but like when I was writing my final the other day, bro, I got like 7 pages. I was like, what the fuck else can I say?
Yeah, that's real.
I was like, bro, please release me from this. But my essay was like on like childhood development and how like a lack of like how a lack of nurture can like form like identity crises in like adolescence. And I was like, I got to the point where I was just like, bro, there's nothing left I can like squeeze out of this.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, double space, 7.5 pages. Fuck. Yeah, but
That's funny.
I know one thing that we did different today for today's pod was that we posted a Q&A on Instagram. If Maddie wants to use her phone to be able to pull up any of the stuff that we had.
I've been posting a lot too on my own account, and people have been fucking unfollowing me. Why do you unfollow me? I know who you are too. I know it.
People are unfollowing you.
Yeah, dude, I check. I'm that crazy that I check and I'm like, oh, you don't follow me? Fuck you, I'm unfollowing you.
Oh Lord.
Someone already commented he speaks the truth.
That was.
Who's that?
You remember New Year's?
Okay, so the first one we have is from Ben. Shout out Ben, we love you. Ben is my sister's fiance. So that's why. So he goes,
Your future brother-in-law.
yeah, I love Ben so much. But he says, or like the question that we put out was,
Screenshot it so that way we have it too.
yes, good idea. Recording pod 2 tonight. Send us questions, comments for us to see. So Ben asked, Beast Games contestant number 669. I wonder who that is. That's me. That is me. That's really funny though that he texted you Beast Games, like he texted you the same thing I was talking about, because I don't know why.
Yeah,
I think it's just because the Beast Games season 2 is coming out, and
that's
that's
probably why.
But we like haven't talked about it, so it's just funny that it got brought up. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
your sister talked to him about it, or
I haven't talked to my sister at all either. Like just being like, hey, like we've never brought it up like at all.
she just knew you were doing it, or
Well, she knew I was doing Beast Games,
okay.
but for him to
Just
send
leave
it,
it like
you know what I
that,
mean, as
okay,
a Q&A, and I brought it up like the other day. So yeah, I was on Beast Games. It was pretty crazy. Season 2 is coming out.
So, what was like your Beast Games like experience like? Like go through like how'd you get like selected like and everything?
So I feel like a lot of people do ask me. Sorry, like just to kind of bounce off that too. A lot of people are like, "How did you get in?" So I feel like that's a great question. How I got in is I've always been a really big fan of Mr. Beast back in the day. Like I would watch his videos. I definitely watched his live streams. I definitely have bought one of those shirts off the live streams, like the ones that are like super controversial. Yeah, I fell into that hole. So,
Hey Jimmy, if you do end up seeing this clip, by the way, can you please give us money? That'd be great.
Jimmy, please.
Jimmy, we need to pay for college. We're both broke.
I say I'll put in an ad for season 2. No, Jimmy's actually a really nice person. Like surprisingly really nice compared to a lot of people what if like has been said. And it's like, yeah, it's just a big, just like again, he does post a lot of things and has people get into it and do things. But I think I don't know, I think it's always for a good reason. Like he
Bacon, can
seems-
you not do this kind of stuff, please? Bacon's like in the back messing with our acoustic treatment behind the camera.
Bacon. Follow me.
Okay, well that problem
Yes.
solved.
Yes. Do you have anything to say? Nothing.
Okay, well, she's not very talkative.
Not very talkative tonight. But pretty much I wore that shirt that I bought off the channel. And I always thought it said my initials, like MB.
Mhm.
And then it took me like years to realize it's
It was
Mr.
Mr.
Beast. Not my initials, MB. But wore that shirt, had my friends take a video for me, and I had the Fortnite like tapestry that my other friend bought for me for my birthday, I think, or like it was Christmas.
Yeah.
So I used that, and I was just like, "Yippee, Mr. Beast! I love you. Please put me on the channel." Like it just was like it was literally like that. And I remember like rewatching it now, and I'm like, God, that's actually so embarrassing. So I just did not know what I was talking about. Did not make a script. Just kind of was just like off. Just being like, hey, I want to film for this. Handed my friend my phone and was like, record. So
Was it like an application you had to
Yeah,
fill out or something? Okay.
application online. So I'm filling out all the things, and it was asking me like if I would be like trapped under like 6 feet, if I would be put 6 feet into dirt and like covered.
What the?
Yeah, and it was asking if I would go to space. Like it was so many questions. It was just like if you die, you can't sue us. Pretty much. I was signing my life away to Mr. Beast. Shout out! Woohoo!
That sounds dystopian as fuck. I can't lie. That's crazy.
It definitely was. So, I submitted all my things, and I'm just like kind of like looking over things, and then I get this call, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I look at my friend, and we were like both like shocked. Pick it up, and they're like, "Hello, is this Madeline?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is me." And they're like, "Well, you just got accepted into Mr. Beast."
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was like it was like 3 minutes after I submitted it, and I remember freaking
That
out.
was fucking fast.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was legit crazy. I remember like jumping around and just being like, "Oh my god!" Like I actually got in. Like this is like like just an experience that I don't think I could ever like relive unless I like apply to more things. But again, that's like super rare for you to get in.
Well, hello to you too.
Bacon is adorable right now. Oh baby, she's like, please just hold me. Can I hold you, Bacon? Oh, she's purring. Maybe she just needs some love. So, I applied, And then I like let my mom know instantly, and then I got an email like maybe like 10 minutes later that's like, okay, you need to be like like all of this is like you have to be quiet. You were gonna sign an NDA or
Okay.
NDA, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh. So I have to I was like, don't let anyone know, mom.
Yeah, you're very good at keeping that secret.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Didn't let anybody know. Not in the. You know, as a matter of fact, we all thought Maddie had like disappeared off the face of the planet. As a matter of fact,
Actually? No. That's what I thought.
I was trying to support the fact that you were keeping to the NDA, but I guess you want to just not do that.
I just was like, I think I'm signed off of it now. Like I could speak
Yeah.
about it because it's been a year, I think. But yeah, I could say it. You could see my face and number.
Yeah.
What the? Okay.
She does that to
She
Leo a
wants the
lot.
mic. What's up? So, Bacon is the entertainment for tonight.
She doesn't have the chair today, so she's just
I know. She's like, I need something. So, again, like we're about to film. They were like, okay, you're going to Allegiant Stadium, and the only thing that I was playing for the last 2 weeks and like was thinking about was money. Like I was like, I'm gonna win this money, like manifesting it, just really thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I would play this like Mac Miller song,
Okay.
and it was just what I would listen to. Like my mom dropped me off. I was so nervous. I slept in my mom's bed like the
Oh
night
my
before. I
God.
was so nervous, and I'm in like I got into Allegiant Stadium. They gave us like our clothes. They were doing like dress rehearsals, and then we got put in the stadium where we had to wear those like trash bags. That was just like a big again controversy, just being like why we were doing this. And it was in the middle of summer too, so we were sweating through these like black like plastic bags. It was so bad. It was terrible, but it was fun. You know what I mean? And like in my mind too, I was like, okay, like I don't know how much I'm gonna get fed. Like this is a competition. Like competition mind like needs to switch on.
Right.
So we get in and they like put us in groups of like random. Like they were just like, okay, you right here in this section, you're A. You in this one are B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I was in section D.
Mhm.
And the only thing that we would chant is, we're going to give them the D.
Glad that everybody in that group was very mature.
Yeah. So I think it was before like we like all came out on to like the floor. Like we already came, like we were already in groups before that. Like that's something like they already had set up before.
Yeah, right.
Like I guess the YouTube channel knew. And then we got like the jersey. Have you seen these games on YouTube?
I remember I was gonna go to your watch party for it, but I couldn't go because I think I worked that day.
I think so. But did you ever watch it?
I remember you sent me the video and I remember watching it. I don't remember like the content
That's
of it.
right.
I don't remember the content of it at all.
Bacon. Love bug. So your butt is in my face, my girl. So I remember when we had to get jerseys too, and I remember they were just getting like thrown out in the crowd, and everyone was just running and screaming. Like I literally like don't remember how that day sounds at all. Like it's mute to me, like because it was probably just so loud and crazy. But got my jersey, didn't have to fight for it all. Like it was perfectly fine, you know what I mean? And then we were like pulling the weights, and we were the first team to get it. And then I can like clip all these too on here, yeah, because I can't find myself in the YouTube channel for like the entire thing. There's like a little tiny clip of me, like I was so stressed. I was like rubbing my ear because like as a child I used to like rub like my like it's such a weird thing, and I only saw one other person on YouTube when I was a kid do it, and I was like, oh, this is like a normal thing. But, like rubbing earlobes, like I would like when I was a kid, like I'd rub my sister and my mom's earlobes to like fall asleep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and like as a kid I would do this a lot and like do this. Don't know why. Do not know why.
You know, it's probably just something that like you did as like maybe like a baby or something, and it's just something that made you comfortable.
Just doing this all day. So
you're ahead of the curve, I guess.
So again, did all that. The YouTube channel was super fun, or the YouTube challenge was really fun. And I remember being so stressed on the very last challenge of that one as well. Because
What was the challenge?
Sorry, I'm trying to think. It was where it was the 5,000, the 10, or it was like 50,000 and then $1 million, and then this girl jumped off the platform, and we were all on these like separate platforms, and it was crazy too. So
okay,
crazy little behind the scenes from Maddie is I was looking at this platform and I was like, I need to be on this platform. Like, I need to be on it. I don't know why. Like, in my head, I was just like, I have this like gut feeling. And then it lit up red before anyone was on it, and we were like setting up.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh shit, like, what if that's like, like shows like that's the bad one? You know what I mean? I was like, that's kind of weird. It's everything's a setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I get on this whole different like platform, and we're like all the way in like the left corner. And I remember being so anxious. Like, I'm one of those people, when I'm anxious, I will just walk for
Mhm.
hours and like just walk in circles and just pace myself. Like, I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
And I remember like talking to all my friends, just being like, guys, I'm literally about to poop my pants. Like, I'm so nervous. You know what I mean? And like walking in and out, and like you can't walk because there's 100 people on a platform.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's what it was, 100, or maybe like I think it was 100, which is crazy. How many people you can fit on a fucking platform? So, so all the money goes by, and I remember looking at people, and they were gonna jump for $5,000. Sorry, I know the money's in front of you. Why the fuck would you jump for $5,000 when there's $1 million? Like, I know you're competing against 1,000 people, but it's like, just wait that 2 seconds longer. Like, no one's gonna jump. There's always bigger prizes like later on. You know what I mean? So we start like the 50,000 gets brought out.
Mhm.
This girl jumps before, and or like jumps out off the platform, and I remember my entire like everything stopped. Everything was slow motion. I swear that I did like a 360 around her, like vision drone style. It was so weird. It was so weird. And I remember being like the first, like I had a water in my hand too, and just being like, "Oh my god, we did it!" And just started throwing it, and like I swear, just like it just waved, like, and everyone else did it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a big rumble. And then I got to walk on top of $5 million, which is a crazy thing to say.
That is insane.
Yeah, yeah. $5 million. I don't think I'll ever see $5 million ever again. Maybe.
Well, if everything goes right with the podcast.
Hey. But then got to Amazon, got to Canada. That was really fun. I had food poisoning the entire time I was there. I swear to God.
I remember you telling us that like your time in Canada fucking sucked.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what they were just feeding us, like just like cold food, and then the chicken was definitely pink. Because I was like, remember, I was like looking at it, and I was like, this is definitely pink. But then I look up, and I was like, maybe it's because of the lights. Ate it. Not good. But I think it was just because my stomach was like, I was so anxious.
I mean, when you're in a situation like that, I'm sure like everybody that like competes for like things like on a consistent basis has that thing, especially like if you're like it's like your first time like in that kind of environment.
Yeah. But I think my favorite part about Mr. Beast games was was this one guy. He wasn't even a part of the games. He was just a part of the crew, and I love him.
What?
So he just was this like little Canadian guy, because again, we were all in Canada, and they all had like their little accents. And I remember like how I first met him, because I was like, dude, we were like getting dressed, or like we were like putting on our costumes or getting like fitted for them. And I remember looking at him, and he's just like eating ketchup chips, and I was like, dude, I fucking love ketchup chips. They're so good.
We needed to ask Sebastian about ketchup chips.
So, oh my god,
Because I hate ketchup. Ketchup is disgusting. It's not good. People that like ketchup, they're lying to themselves. It's just sugar.
we need to. They're so good. It's like a whole. They're like tangy. It's yummy. Have you ever had ketchup chips?
I'm not a fan.
What?
Not a fan.
Have you had all dressed Canadian chips?
No, I don't think I've had those.
They're pretty good too.
Okay, fair enough.
It's kind of like, imagine like barbecue and like salt and vinegar like mixed.
That doesn't sound too bad.
It's-
I like both of those.
It's not bad, yeah. So I remember like meeting him, and he's like, "Oh, my name's Adamo," and I was like, "Huh? Like, your name's what?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "That's the like most like French name I've ever heard." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're okay. Like, day goes by, we're gonna film now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so he's like I get to my little platform. He's like walking up and down the aisles, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's the guy!" And I was just like, "Adam!" I think I called him Adam for like 30 times. I was like, "Adam, Adam!" And he kind of looks over, and he was just like, "No way, ketchup chip girl!" And I was just like, "Yeah, I guess that works." And he like, I think he remembered my name. He was just like, "Maddie, right?" And I was just like, "Yeah, that's me." And I was just like, "Okay, remind me your name." And he's like, "Okay, my name's this, blah blah blah." So I just remember him always just kind of like giving me an eye every time, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I thought he was a little cutie, and then he
Maddie
would,
over here flirting with Canadians while trying to win $5 million. You're like, I can't fucking lose.
he probably was like, this girl needs to win. No, he was literally giving me like extras, like if we needed anything like chapstick, this, that, you know what I mean? He would be there for us, and only for our section. So
Oh, how convenient.
I know it was really awesome that they got to do that for us. He just gave me like all these cough drops, and he's like, and then he would stop and he'd be like, "Here's another one for good luck," and I'm just like, tee-hee. And I found out later on this year he has a girlfriend now. That's okay though.
Man.
That's okay. But Adamo, just know I still think about you. No, he was really nice. He was really cool. I think that was a really cool part. And I just remember being like, I think it was he was sick one day, and that's where I got eliminated. So I didn't even get to say like bye to him. But I was
Oh,
like,
that fucking blows.
I definitely got his Instagram though. I was like, Adamo, give me that Instagram. And then he was like, sorry. And then he was like, I can't do it, but only for you. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about it was that like Maddie was telling us that she was getting ready to leave. She's like, "Yeah, I'm going to Canada." It's like, I'm not gonna have my phone, so you guys wish me luck. I'm like, oh, okay, for sure. Like, and it's like, then like the fucking like the next day, and then Maddie's just like, I'm fucking upset. I was like, bro, what happened? It hasn't even been 24 hours yet. It was like, I don't think it was a little bit longer. I think it was like 2 days.
I think it was.
I think it was the 2 days, and then you text us on the third day, right?
Yeah. It's crazy how fast like filming can go. Like it's just like boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I totally
Agree.
forgot. I just watched the UFC fight.
Oh, did your boy win? I think he won, right? And it was a unanimous decision.
I think his last name's like Yan.
I thought it was
Marab?
Talbot.
Oh, no, he won.
Yeah.
He beat that guy. Even I didn't even know too much about Henry. So Henry's the other guy. He's the Triple C. He won the championship of like the world championship, and then he won like 2 other championships like for his weight class.
Oh wow.
And then so doing Peyton, hit me up, please, please. I'm in love with him too. I'm in love with that man.
And you know,
He's definitely like no.
no, it's just I know what your type of dude is, and I fear that with like if the podcast starts popping, there's going to be a lot of those kinds of dudes.
I hope so.
I bet you do fucking hope so.
I was at the gym the other day too. Tattooed man, gauged ears, tattooed head to toe. I was like throwing away like my little towel because I like wiped down the seat. Looked at him and just went and turned and like ran away. Like I was too afraid to even look him in the eye because he was too gorgeous.
I've only had that experience 3 times in my life.
That's fair. But it's like why do we do that? Like why do we stop everything to just like avoid the person?
So I've only had that experience 3 times. It was the first time I met my ex. We had planned a date, and I walked in, and I was like, damn. And I walked out, and I had to gather myself before I walked back in. She didn't notice that I was there, because she had she had AirPods in, and was like looking at her phone. I was like,
stressed.
I was like, golly. I turned around. I was like, oh no.
So what?
I stood outside. I was like, boy, you fine as shit. What are you doing? I walked back in there. I was like, oh yeah, boy.
I'm gonna get this. So what do you think would happen if she noticed that you walked in and then walked out? Like, what do you think you would say? Would you try to raise her up and just be like, "Hey, yo, I thought you were fine shit that I had to go collect myself."
I don't know what I would have done. I told her about it. She said that she had noticed. She just had never brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking about it was because we dated for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I brought it up like a year and a half in because we were talking about our first date, and I was just like, man, I was telling her, I was like, bro, I walked in, I was just like standing there agape, and I had to catch myself because it looked like I had been staring at you for 30 seconds. And so I had to I turned back around. It turned out we went to Writer's Block actually.
Aww,
That was
so cute.
That was our first date. We went to Writer's Block.
Cute. I went there before, on a little date, and I argued with my person, like always, though.
Fair enough. But Writer's Block, this cute little cafe. It's also a bookstore. Think Barnes Noble, but it was tiny and not corporatized.
Did you get a bird?
No, I did not get a bird.
Oh, we should go and get a bird though. I want a bird, but I don't. Why do I need a bird? I don't need a bird. That sucks.
But-
Okay, but your date.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the day went well. It was just like I was just like so like stuck in like that moment. That was like one of the few times that like I had that experience. I had that. I think the other time was I don't know. I don't even remember. Like I don't even know who the girl was. But, like I used to work when I worked at the dispensary. This girl was like drop dead gorgeous. Like model-esque. Walked in with this fucking like fur coat down to like her ankles.
Nice.
I was sitting there. I was like, oh, like it was. I was like, bro. I was like, I couldn't do it. I was looking at her. I was like, this girl is fine as hell. And she starts talking. She's got like this little like Russian accent.
Oh my god,
And
they're
I'm
so.
sitting there,
I
I'm
can
like-
already tell.
I'm like, brother, oh my goodness.
I'm thinking of the girl from Shameless, the Russian girl from Shameless.
She looked like if like an in between like Billie Eilish and like Jenna Ortega, like both of those people put together.
Whoa. Okay, so like just like blue eyes.
Bro, blue eyes.
Wait,
like,
does
like,
Jenna Ortega have blue eyes?
She's Hispanic, so probably
Oh.
not.
Okay.
But like she had blue like light eyes, and then I'm just sitting there. I was like, she had like a longer face, and like it just like was sculpted like to like perfection.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that
feel
was-
like they both have really pretty faces.
It was like one of those few like
Good bone structure.
type shit. But it was like one of those few instances where I was like, damn, this girl is a fucking 10 in every instance of the word. Like, golly.
That's what's up.
And then the other time was when I was in high school, and it was the girl that I like dated in high school. And that was more just, oh my god, this girl's into me. It wasn't even like
It wasn't like your features.
no, it was
like
just
that.
it was like that because I thought she was pretty. And then like Lee makes this comment all the time that apparently I'm just a whore for Hispanic girls that wear glasses, because that was that girl. That was the ex I was talking about a second ago. That was a different girl that I talked to. I was just like, damn. I was like, damn, maybe I do have a type.
That's pretty funny though.
No, for sure it is. It's just like I didn't like think of like me having a type because like I've like dated like everything.
I think I've showed you all my people, and
there's-
what do they look like? What do they look like? Tell me what they look like.
It's usually like a white dude that has like there's a TikToker I watch. There's a political guy I watch. I'm gonna send him to you, and I'll be like, this is the exact kind of dude that you would like date. But like normally it's like a white dude. He'll have like a certain like kind of hair. Like maybe he'll like be like bald even.
True.
It'll be like that video I sent you earlier. It was just like, I sent it to you where it's like dude with the, or not, did you send it to me? Where it's like fucking dudes when they have a receding hairline, they put the fucking,
Yes, the beanie on.
I was like that and a mustache, bro. Fucking Maddie
All I
will
need.
folds like fucking laundry.
All I need. I'm just gonna comb the mustache, but I need them to be like a little feminine. Like I need them to have a little feminine side.
That's important too.
Just because I like being bros with them, and I'm like, okay, I like being your girlfriend. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Dude, I can't stop yawning. Jesus. Maybe I am tired.
It'd be like that, man. You know, you can't defeat the yawn sometimes. It'd be
Because-
there.
It's because I didn't take my Adderall. Guys, YouTube, podcast, people that are watching this that probably are not watching this. I went over to my the psychiatrist that gives you drugs.
Yes.
So I went over to the psychiatrist and I was just like, hey, my Adderall's been working good. I was on 10 milligrams.
Mhm.
And I was just like, yeah, I've been taking just like a little more, just because I think it makes me feel better. I feel like with my 10 milligrams, like
Mhm.
I'm just kind of like this. Like my emotions are kind of high, but I can tell that I'm getting more frustrated.
Mhm.
When I take like just a tiny bit more, maybe I'm just like placeboing myself, but I feel like I'm just like more quiet, more in the zone,
Mhm.
more doing those things. So he's like, okay, we can up your dose. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like, and he's like, it's probably like a 12.5. And he's just like,
Mhm.
well, we don't have a 12.5. And I was like, so then what are you going to do? Like, maybe like there's a 13. He goes, no, there's 15. And I was like, okay, that's a jump. So I was like, okay, so if I split, like if I take one pill plus like the quarter that I've been taking to make it that 12 point something,
Mhm.
I was like, how much is a half? And he was just like, oh, it's just like one in those.
Mhm.
And I've done that before. I've done the like one pill and a half.
Mhm.
And it makes me like anxious. Like it makes me like like a little paranoid. Like it makes me like think that like, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm real. Like everything's real. Like everything opens up in my eyes. Because you know, like when you like your vision, it just feels like you kind of have those like two screens, like those two black screens, no matter
Yeah,
what. You know what I mean? When I was watching that fight, I got sushi and I just was sitting there and holy shit, I forgot to tell you this. I found a sushi restaurant that will play like the fight, like UFC. And that's what I used to do in Idaho. I used to go to the sushi restaurant, sit right at the bar and watch it. Like
I
straight
know
ahead.
what we're doing in January.
Dude, I'm trying to get tickets to that.
Bro, the fucking I was bro, did I say like tickets?
No, I saw on her story though.
Bro, she got fucking handed those tickets. She like someone gave them to her.
Huh?
So I guess like
Where?
So I guess one of her friends or her boyfriend's friend, I forget who it was, but like they're a taxi driver, and dude got tipped the tickets, but he couldn't go because he's working as a fucking taxi driver.
Yeah.
So he called she called her or her boyfriend, I forget who it was.
Yeah.
But called one of them, and it was like an hour before the fight started. And I was like, "Hey, someone just gave me these tickets.
Like, you want to go?
You want to go?" And they picked up the fucking. Do you see how good her fucking seats were?
Dude, I know they were right there.
Bro, they were like, bro, she literally had to
It was like
8-9 rows back. Like, it was hella close.
I think what it was is like you have the arena, you have the octagon, right? That's what it's called. And then like you have the front row seats, and then you have these other seats that are just like on a stair.
Yeah.
It was literally like front row seat of that. It was like A through E. You know what I mean?
Bro, it was like right there. It was so insane.
Yeah, I was looking at tickets on Facebook Marketplace, and there was a guy selling it for like $130.
Ain't no way.
Really?
Ain't no way.
Compared to I looked
fucking
online.
on fucking Game Time right now, the fucking tickets are like the cheapest tickets were like $500.
Really? And you're saying 130 is bad for one ticket?
No, 130 is bad because those are probably fake.
Yeah, you're probably right. Wait, what is today? The 11th? I think the tickets drop tomorrow for the Patty fight.
Okay.
I'm asking them from Santa. I'm gonna be like, Santa Claus, can you please give me this?
I want to go. I would want to go so bad.
We should. That's who our next pod. We're just gonna
next pod live from UFC 324.
Yeah, like just like Sugar Sean, yeah, Sugar Sean just fighting in the back while we're talking. This is the setup.
We're gonna get Patty the Batty to interview. The next
Oh
pod.
my god, I would actually scream. I don't think I'd be able to understand him in person though, just because of his like thick accent.
The Scout's accent's so fucking funny to me.
It's so funny. It's awesome. If you had an accent, which accent do you think you would have?
If I could like choose an accent,
Yeah.
I'd want to have an Irish accent.
I was gonna say that. I was like, I want an Irish accent.
An Irish accent to me, like it's just I don't know what it is about Irish accent. I like very much enjoy them. Like watching like Jacksepticeye, like as a kid, probably helped.
Top of the morning to ya, laddies.
Like, bro, just fucking childhood was great. But like, I don't know, something about Irish accents. Like, I run into like Irish people that come into like my job all the time. Irish people are a fucking vibe, dude. Like,
Real. They know how to party.
Dude, did I tell you about that fucking that random Irish dude that reminded me of like Conor McGregor when I worked at the one place where I was armed?
No.
So
you were armed?
I was trying to get armed, but
Oh.
that's besides the point. But I worked for the company for like a month and a half. They treated like people like terribly. So I
Was this a dispensary?
No, it was just a regular security
Gotcha.
company.
Okay.
But I did security for like this lot. It's kind of by UNLV. You know where Shaq's Big Chicken restaurant is down there? It's like right next to like the Virgin Hotel.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So I did like for like the CBS and like the Hofbräu or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So you like right across the street from there. So I did it for like that entire lot. And like I was just like walking around, just sitting in the office, and I get a call. Apparently, someone passed out in the fucking in the parking lot, and I'm like, "What
was this? Was this like is that a normal thing?"
No, it wasn't a normal thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, some fucking homeless dude just like fainted or something. Like, it was the middle of summer, so like I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
So like shit happens, but it was also like 7:00 in the fucking morning. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I walk over and there's just like this dude who's like in a suit. A beard, like it genuinely. If it wasn't Conor McGregor, the dude looked just like fucking Conor McGregor. Like it was.
What do you think? If it was Conor McGregor, what do you think he was doing in that area, though?
Well, I'll tell you what the guy was doing shortly. So like the dude just like fucking laid out, like fucking like when fucking somebody gets hit with a finisher in WWE, like fucking like.
Oh my god!
Like dead. And I'm like, so I walk over to bro, and I think it's funny, so I started like laughing.
Yeah.
Because the dude's in like a nice suit, like it was like a Versace suit, and I'm like, hey bud.
Is he looking like pretty clean though?
Yeah, he was clean. Like
suit's not dirty, not like hangover, I guess. Like
no, he just looked like he just passed out.
Okay, gotcha.
So like I walk over and I'm like, hey bro, you good? He's just like, dude, you're not gonna believe this lad. And I'm like, what the I wasn't expecting her to be Irish, so I started laughing even more. And she's like, dude, I think she loves me, brother. I'm like, what? She's like, dude, I was like the stripper I was just with, brother. And I was just like, because like where it is right next to a strip club.
Whoa.
So I think he was in the strip club like all night, and then came out drunk as fuck and then passed out right there.
That's crazy. And and she was like still on his mind.
Apparently, I
That's
don't
crazy.
know.
How long do you think he was out there for? What time did you get in?
I got in at 6. He wasn't there when I got in.
Okay, so he like
'Cause I-
stumbling at this strip club at 6 a.m.
Probably.
Oh God.
Because it took me a couple of minutes from like where I was to be able to walk over there. And you know, normally for like them to be able to say, hey, there's someone there, it also takes like 5 minutes because I got to call my dispatch.
Yeah.
Dispatch has to figure out what's going on, then they have to radio to me. So like he'd probably been there for like 10, 15 minutes by the time I got there.
Gotcha.
But like I get him up, and then like bro's like, I think he fell on his face initially, because like his nose is just fucking gushing.
Really?
Yeah, like it was fucking like he broke his nose. Like it was just fucking gushing, and I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
I was like, fuck, what do I do with this guy? Like I help him up, and he's just like, dude, I think she left me, lad. I'm like, what? You're not gonna believe this, brother. I was just like, what the fuck? But it's so funny to me at the time. I'm sitting here, I'm just like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, okay, well, at this time, like it might have been a little bit later because the what's the name of the fucking the sandwich place? The one that has the Bobby.
Jimmy John's? No, Capriotti's.
There's a Capriotti's in that lot.
Love Capriotti's.
There's Capriotti's in that lot, and the manager had just opened the store.
Yeah, I know exactly like where
Where
you're
you-
at. Yeah,
yeah.
like
So-
I've walked in that Capriotti's before.
So I would always go in there just to be able to say what's up. Always
Yeah.
help them out if they ever had any customers. They would always just like help me out if I needed anything, water, free
Nice.
Bobby, whatever.
Nice.
But I walked in with the dude like hanging over my shoulder. I was like, hey, can I use your bathroom? I'm trying to get this guy cleaned up. And she just looks at me like, what the fuck just happened?
That's funny.
So I push him in like the bathroom. I'm like,
Sorry.
I like paper towels, get him with like some like wet, like try to help him like get
Clean
cleaned
them
up.
up. That's really nice of you though. Like
Yeah.
to do that because I feel like some people will just be like, "Nah, you're good, bro."
That's exactly what my supervisor at that job would have done, which is
Oh
why
my
I left. But
God.
so I go out and tell him, I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with bro. I think he's just really drunk, but I think I didn't want to just like throw him off the property. She's like, oh no, it's fine. Like as long as he doesn't like puke on the floor or anything, because you're gonna clean it up. And I was just like, yeah,
That's fair.
that's
Yeah.
fair. But yeah, everything was good. We get him out, and he's just like, dude, I think she loves me.
And that's all he kept saying.
That's all he kept saying, and like he was being really nice. It's just like he even tipped me like $100 like on the way out. I was like, I'm surprised you have money after leaving the strip club, but thank you.
That's funny.
The funniest part about it was he had a flight in like an hour from them.
Really?
That's what he kept saying, because like he showed me his phone, and his phone was like a check-in time, and I was just like, damn, this guy is not gonna make his fucking flight.
Yeah, it's like this guy needs a pizza,
The-
some
the one-
coffee,
the
a
one-
bed, a shower.
Everything, bro. Like I end up like getting him. He ends up like walking like in the direction of the airport, and I was like the last thing.
Just like pushing him off into the distance, like
No, like I walked with him, like
Yeah.
but he was like stable, and he was just like, all right, which way is the airport? And I was just like, that way.
walking to the airport, hungover as fuck in a suit, bloody nose. Well, like maybe like cleaned up bloody nose.
Even from there, it still would have been a cool little walk.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if bro just like passed out. Like I wonder what that guy's doing.
I
He's
really
fighting in the or in the UFC.
I really want to know. Like that was it was like one of the core memories that I have from doing security was that, and then like the fucking the ghost story from like my other one.
You have a ghost story?
Oh hell yeah, I do. I have a bunch
I want to hear. I have a ghost story too, like from work.
I have that one. I was inside OJ's house. I think I told you that, yeah.
Yes, you did.
On
the
next
story.
episode of Dragon Ball Z. But no, so basically what happened is that I used to work at the same community where the guy that didn't know how to fucking read at the same community. This is after this guy gets fired. I think I've been there for like at this point like 8 or 9 months.
Mhm. Maybe like 6 or 7 months. I'll walk myself out.
Yeah.
I'll walk myself out.
But basically, I'm working with this kid. He like freshly turned 18. He's like 18 and a month old. Just got a security
A
license.
baby.
Bro, he just got a security license. This was his first job. He had never done anything before. Not even like fucking McDonald's, babysitting. This was his first job. But to give us some context, basically, like at the community, my boss, he basically knew everybody because he'd been there for 5 years. Community is not that big. It was like maybe like I don't know, maybe 300 homes, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew basically everybody lived there, for the most part. And all of a sudden, this lady would start coming up and start giving us things: water, Gatorade, cookies.
Sweet
And
of her.
yeah, but we're all like, who the fuck is this lady?
Yeah.
Because none of us have seen her before. My boss doesn't know who she is.
Ooh, so this is the catch.
Yeah, so we're all looking, but we know she lives there because she has like a little sticker on her car to open the gate.
Mhm.
She would just pull in like the guest side, and then just hand us the stuff, and then drive in. And we're just like, who the fuck is this lady?
Interesting.
But all of a sudden, like a couple of days go by, and then we get like a whole bunch of like police, a fire truck
Huh?
come in to her house. Like, we let them through as we're supposed to.
Yeah.
My boss is
How do
there.
you know they went to her house though?
They go to her place. So that's where they end up. And
Well, how do you know that though? You just saw it at her house?
well, no, when we get the thing that when we get emergency vehicles in, the protocol is just to let the gate open the gate
Oh,
and just
okay.
let them through, and then we have like whoever the rover is either get called.
Got you. Just to be like, hey, what house is this? Okay, got you.
But the person that was roving, the golf cart was like behind the thing because he was just in there chilling. So he hopped in the golf cart, followed, said, "Hey, it was this house." Da 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 da. Apparently, the lady called 911 because she thought somebody was in her house, like breaking in.
Crazy.
Cops clear the house. Nobody's in there.
That's crazy.
Okay. So we keep going. Then like the next day, same thing. Cops pull up, fucking like 8 deep. Just wee woo, room. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Thinking something else did happen.
Yeah.
Normally, this community is very quiet. Nothing ever really happens. Goes back to the same house, same thing. Clear the house.
That's crazy.
A little bit later, like a fire truck like comes in. I guess they're for the paramedics, like to check on her.
Yeah.
Then the next day, cop cars again, ambulance, the whole everything. On their way out, they basically tell us like, "Hey, if this lady calls us again, we're gonna send you guys over there first to make sure it's like an actual emergency."
Yeah, because like this is wasting our time.
So we do it like the first couple times, then like the next time, my boss just like clears our house, like goes top to bottom, every door, every nook and cranny. There's nothing in the house except for the lady.
Mhm.
He's weirded out because he just thinks the lady's crazy.
Yeah. What do you think? What was she saying? Like
She's like, "There's somebody in my house. I keep hearing noises. I keep hearing footsteps. Da 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 da
scary.
da." Which is creepy.
Yeah.
Especially if you live by yourself. This is an older lady too. I think she was in like her 60s. But because we hadn't had no interaction with her prior to that singular week, like this all happened like a week after she started giving us stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, this lady went from 0 to a fucking 100. What happened?
Yeah.
But so lo and behold, like it gets to the point where like my boss is just like, "Hey, if she asks you for anything, don't do anything. Basically, just leave it to me. I'm the only one that's gonna go in her house. Don't go in her house. Don't do anything. If there's anything you can do on the outside, but don't like walk in. Basically." Yeah. So I'm working with the young guy, and he's like doing the roving, and I'm like up the gate. Then he calls me on my personal number, which I'm just like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
But he calls me and he's like, "Hey, Tino, I'm outside of the lady's house," because our boss basically was like, "Hey, just run over there, make sure like nothing's going on." He's like, "I'm outside the lady's house, and she's sitting in like the garage, like with the light off, and she's trying to like talk to me. Like she's like sitting like, so like, you know how like your garage is set up, right?
It's so scary.
She's like standing like in the door, like next like into the house. The garage door is open.
I hate that.
And he's like, "Yeah, the lady was like trying to see if I could close her garage door for her."
She's trying to murder him.
Bro. So I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, she's like standing next to where the button would be. So in order for what she wanted him to do was walk all the way into her garage.
She probably just gonna be like, close it,
hit the button, right?
and then
run out, hop over like the thing, or whatever." And I'm like, "What? No, tell her you can't do that."
Yeah.
So he says, "No, I can't do that." She's like, "Okay." We take note of it because this is like 10:30, right as our shift's about to end.
Yeah.
We take note of it. We'd let the next guards know. We leave. Come in the next day. My boss is like really like a lot less energetic. He's been up like all fucking day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I was like, damn, like what's going on in here? Like, cause like everybody's like just quiet, no one's saying anything. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Somebody die or something? And
Yeah.
he's just like, as a matter of fact,
She died.
we had a couple of deaths on property today, and I was like, oh shit, it got serious. What? Huh?
Like someone like
Yeah.
actually. Okay.
I was like,
Explain.
I was like, oh, okay, what happened? And he's like, so we had a fire, a couple of people died. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, it was our old friend. And I was like, what's going on? It's like, I don't really know too many details, but the police are investigating. We don't basically have any information. Keep the news off the property. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I have like goosebumps right now. Like oh, that's so scary.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Explain. Keep going.
So I think they've adjudicated the case now because it's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
But basically what happened was the way the lady died.
She died. The milk and cookies lady.
Yeah. So her and somebody else that we didn't know, they both died. But it looked like they were either barricaded inside the room to keep someone out, or barricaded. I forget how it was. Either they were barricaded in the room from the outside, or barricaded in the room from the out, like to like keep the door closed.
That is so scary. That's like some movie shit. Like what?
But they both died. Like the fire wasn't that bad, but like the inside of the house was fucked up. But like it wasn't
Yeah,
like
because they're just probably breathing in like
hella smoke and shit.
Yeah.
Someone got arrested for murder. There was a third person there, and that person got arrested for murder. What happened with the case? I don't know. I'll probably look it up if I can find it.
Crazy.
But where the ghost part of this is that we find out the day before she started bringing us stuff, her husband died.
Oh, her husband was haunting her.
And then
He's like, "Bitch, get in the kitchen."
So
Sorry, that joke was not funny.
But the prevailing theory was that she was getting haunted by her husband's ghost, or that she went psychotic because of her husband's death.
But that's so quick though. Who was the other person that died? Just a random person?
I think it was like her sister, or like something like that.
Weird.
Maybe her friend. I forget what the situation was.
And they were just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get in this room with you and start a fire."
But the part about it that creeps me out the most is that because of like the fire and everything, because everything like how the house is fucked up, my boss wanted us every single hour to check on the house to make sure there's no more fires, make sure no one's trying to break in,
Yeah.
make sure there's no news people trying to take photos. That's basically what the job was. And then I'm working with the kid again, and he's like kind of shook because he feels guilty.
Yeah, because he's like,
It's like, if I had closed the garage, this wouldn't have happened.
No.
And we talked it out of him eventually.
Yeah.
But like, he was really like sore for the next like week and a half. So
That makes sense though.
So I was doing the patrols. We had a checkpoint, regardless of the house itself. We had a checkpoint that was like right next to her house, and her house was like, it had like a little dog path that had like trees, but it didn't have any lights.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like 10:30 at night, about the same time I'm about to get off, like what happened before. And I'm walking down the path. It's like, all right, so like it's dark, but like I'm like, okay, there's nothing here. Like,
Five Nights at Freddy style, like with like the
yeah, with flashlight and everything. So I'm like walking down the thing.
You're like pulling up screens.
And then I hear so I'm walking past the house. I look at the house and what's going on, and then I hear a hey behind me, which isn't abnormal. Like some people like stop me to be able to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I turn around. There's no one there.
Ugh.
I was like, I look up at the house. I look behind me, and I'm like, yeah. I left the golf cart right next to the thing. I ran back to the gatehouse, and I never did patrols there again. Fuck.
That's scary.
That
was a very. I was on the edge of my seat. Not really. I was leaning back. But I had goosebumps that entire story. That's crazy, dude.
That one was one of the few guest experiences I had. I think the other one was when my neighbor died, but I was like pretty sure he had died like earlier in the day, but I wasn't sure. So when I was a kid, I was like 8, I think. My next door neighbor, and one of my friend's grandfathers, they were friends. So my friend's grandfather would walk down from their house, to go like hang out. They talk about whatever, watch football, bullshit. Because they had been friends.
Football.
They'd been friends since they were kids. They both lived in the house that they.
That water bottle just moved.
I thought it was bacon.
I thought it was bacon too, like laying on there, but no, it's a ghost.
Okay.
There's a ghost. In this
Okay.
room. Move if there's a ghost.
Do you hear that?
It's like, but there's a weight on the end of it.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I do believe in ghosts, but I'm like myth busted.
It was freaking me out a little bit because but anyway,
Ghost stories do freak me out though.
So basically what happened is that my nana, she had gone to the store to get like cigarettes or wine or something, so she was gone for like 15-20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in the kitchen to get like a snack out of the fridge, and like this like black mass just sort of coming out of the wall, and I'm like,
Tino, no, Tino,
I swear to God,
Tino,
I put this on everything I know
Tino,
and love.
stop,
Dude.
stop. That's actually so scary.
Bro, I looked up and it was like fucking like Adventure Time when like fucking Finn sees Choco's ghost.
Oh my god.
That's how I felt. I was like frozen. I was like, what the fuck is that? But I'm like fucking like 8. Like, what the frick is that? And then like I'm like fucking frozen in place. Fucking fridge is just like fucking hitting me in the back of the leg. And I'm just like, what? And I just run back to my room. And I'm like,
so scary.
oh, what the fuck? My nana comes home and trying to explain it to her. She's just looking at me like, okay.
Yeah. I honestly,
whatever.
I think it's so weird that kids have this weird spiritual connection with ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, you see kids online that are like, I was a pirate back in the day in 1814. My name was John. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how it goes, but it's weird. It's so weird.
Oh no, the story gets worse.
Oh my god.
But so
I'm already scared.
So that was at like I want to say like maybe like 11:30 noon. It was like a Saturday.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I think it was a Sunday because
Sunday football.
Yeah. So my friend's grandfather walked down and was like, "Hey," because I'm like outside playing with his grandson.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, have you seen Elias?" That was my neighbor's name. And I
love
like,
the name Elias. I think that's
that's
cute.
my nephew's name too.
Cute.
But I was like, "No, I haven't seen him like all day." As a matter of fact. He was like, oh, okay, he hasn't like returned. He's not answering the door, and he hasn't returned my calls. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, what the fuck? So he calls the cops. Wellness check, all that. Cops are like looking in, don't see anything. But we get like the garage open a little bit, and we see the guy's car is still in there, and he doesn't go anywhere without his car. He's an older guy, 70s, 60s, 70s. They basically. They end up like breaking the window. They get inside. Coroner comes and everything. He had passed away.
That's sad.
The coroner had put his time of death at 11 a.m. I saw that man's soul filing for unemployment. I saw that man's heart getting evicted. I saw that man's consciousness reaching out for something. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, that one I think is always gonna stick with me because that was probably the scariest. That was one of the scariest experiences I've ever personally had. Outside of that was being in OJ's house. That was also fucking scary for.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to see my goosebumps, dude. That's crazy.
You said you had one too?
Not as crazy as that. No, I was at work at the Galleria Mall, just like rolling out because I worked at Great American Cookie when it was there.
Mm.
And this is like the first time I've opened, first job, everything, you know what I mean? So I'm like rolling out cookie cakes, whatever, like just like.
How old are you when this happens?
Like 16, 17. Ha knee slapper. That's literally not funny.
I need to get like a bat or something. So I can
Bonk. I'll make the edit of myself where it's like the dog getting like hit, you know what I mean? So I'm like 16, 17. Rolling out, getting ready, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy that comes in to go fix like the soda machine, and it's in the front, and I'm like in the back. And I just remember like just stopping everything and looking up, like just like this. And I had an apron on too, and I just feel like something like slowly grabbing, turn around real quick, like this, like just slowly grabbing. You know what I mean? Like you know how you can like kind of feel it.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So I just remember stopping. And then I feel this like cold breeze go over me. And at that time too in high school, I was watching so much of like Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters, Ghost Adventures, like with
Mhm.
Zach Bagans.
Okay.
And they're always like cold breeze means there's a ghost, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, like that was something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's no AC in that bitch. Like
Oh,
there's
fuck.
no vents, there's no nothing. It's hot as fuck in there. So yeah, that was it. Not as crazy as yours though.
No, not as crazy, but that was also just an experience that like
Yeah.
I
I guess sorry, not to cut you off. I've had dreams where like I was dating this guy for a while and his grandma was like just like on the older side. She was in not like hospice. I think this was before she was in hospice.
Mhm.
And I had a dream of her like seizing and dying.
what the fuck?
Yeah, and everyone was around her just being like yeah, she's passing away. And I remember waking up and I was like, "Hey, like I was like, "Hey, like I just had a dream about your grandma and she passed away." And I think like 2 weeks later she died. Yeah, she like passed away in hospice. Isn't that weird? I have a lot of dreams. Like
I have a lot of
deja
like
vu.
I feel like that a lot of people are just like spiritually connected, and I've always I don't say that like I'm one of those people. Like I don't get like that like to be like some type of way, but it's always like ever since I was a kid, I would always have like the most insane instances of deja vu
Really?
where I would have
As
like
a kid is crazy.
like bro, I still have them now.
I still have them now too.
So, but like as a kid, I would always just like I would like for instance, it would be like innocuous things, but it would be like I would have like dreams about like having like a conversation, and then like I'll be like in the middle of the conversation. I'm like, yo, wait, what the fuck? Like I went to science camp when I was in like 6th grade.
Fun. Did you go to
Um,
Catalina Island?
No, I actually I went to fifth. I went when I was in 5th grade because we went with 6th graders because we didn't have enough 6th graders. But
Nice.
besides the point, I remember distinctly having the dream probably about a month before, talking to like my counselor, whatever the fuck her name was.
Yeah.
Because I remember her name was Rin, but her real name was Robin, which I thought was hilarious.
Rin Robin.
No, her like nature name was Rin.
Yeah.
Like WREN, like the bird. But
Yeah.
her legal name was Robin.
Oh, sorry, that joke flew it flew over my head. I don't know.
I remember this distinct. This is one of the things I remember about science camp because she was like, if we're good, she'll show us her ID and like tell her like tell us about herself.
Yeah.
And she was 23. I remember that too. So she'd be like
She's like
33, 34 now.
dang.
Which is interesting, but
Yeah.
but it was just something that I remember. But I remember like distinctly having a conversation with her. Like it was like she was asking me because like I remember like I fell down a hill when I was at science camp. There's like this hill, like this overlook, and like there was like a little divot, and I didn't see the divot. And I stepped in the divot, and I fucking just rolled down the hill for like fucking like 30 seconds. And I stopped like halfway, and I thought I was gonna be able to gather myself.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, okay, so I started getting up, and my elbow slipped. I just kept
Oh
rolling.
my god.
And I thought it was funny because like it was just innocuous.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things. But it was her reprimanding me about rolling because she thought I did it intentionally because I smiled, I guess, like when I like stopped,
Yeah.
and then I rolled and then I kept going. But like I remember I was wearing like a red like quarter zip and I was just like full of like fucking like little like prickly shits.
Oh, ouch, ouch.
They were like all over my thing. They were in my hair.
Oh.
And I didn't get in trouble like some of the other people were getting in trouble, but like they were basically just like she basically asserted to me as like I didn't think it was like, which is what I remember from the dream. She was like, I thought that you like getting all the shit stuck on you, which is what she said. Getting all the shit stuck on you was enough of a punishment.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. But yeah, that was one of them. I remember like when I was a kid, I dreamed about losing my handball. And
handball?
Yeah, like the little like rubber balls you throw like the wall.
Oh yeah.
I remember dreaming about losing it and then finding it like in my like grass like randomly.
And then that actually happened?
And then I remember like waking up, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I have my handball. And so like I was just like, okay, whatever. But then like 3 or 4 months later, I find it in the exact same spot of the dream. I'm like,
weird.
What the fuck?
I think my craziest deja vu that I've had. So my dad lives in Texas, and this is my dream that I'm talking about. My dad lives in Texas. I was driving with someone in my passenger seat, and we were like downtown Houston,
Mhm.
and I see these two guys walking by, one filming and another guy just like flexing his money, like kind of for like a music video or for something like that.
Mhm.
And I just remember being like, in my dream, just being like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, hell yeah, dude, flex your money. You know what I mean? So I think it was like a couple years ago. I was visiting my dad. I'm down with the same ex that I had the dream about. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And again, this is all in real moment time. We went to this like cool little place, and then we decided to drive more downtown. Swear to God, two people walking on the street, crossing the crosswalk. We're in this like Honda Civic car. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just like I literally like had this. I was like watching it happen in time, like them crossing the street, and I look over to my ex, and I was just like, I've literally had a dream about this. Not even shitting you, exactly like this. Like this is deja vu. Like I want to. That's why I wish, like, I took psychology in person to talk about that stuff. Like, how does that even work? Like, I don't understand.
I think that like a lot of the stuff because like um this is not to get like all spiritual, but like one of the, like, the spiritual things because I'm not personally religious, but like one of like the spiritual things is that like I think that like when you die like you're just like part like our concept of what God is and like being like an almighty is just like a collective like consciousness
Hmm.
is like we're all like one consciousness and we all have access to all this information about everything that goes on in the universe. And I think that like premonitions and things of that nature, I think that like things that we believe like are magic and like stuff like that are just people that are just like tapped into the consciousness.
Hmm.
And I think that like when you pass away, your consciousness returns to that. Uh,
I
and
kind of do believe that though, because it's like, again, how many humans can you bury on Earth? Like, I know that sounds weird, but it's like, truly, like, you can't. Like,
but it's
we're
like
our.
like doing like illicit substances is part of the reason why I have this belief. I think I told you. Going back to like the guy that said the hot take about like fucking Alaskan thunderfuck. There was
Shout
literally
out that guy.
he also looked like Tanny Stavchachi for whatever the fuck his name is, or the Albanian dude. Yeah. Doesn't he look just like him? That looks just like him, bro. But no,
just talking about-
when I used to smoke weed like heavily, me and Lee had found the strain that we had at the dispensary by our place. It was called Montanuska Thunderfuck, which is a hell of a fucking name. But the reason we bought it was because the name was so fucking insane.
Yeah.
But because of that, we were like, okay, let's try it. So like we rolled it up, you know what I'm saying? We smoke it. And then we're like, yo, what the fuck is this? We get blasted. But I'm like,
Blasted
bro,
off into space.
yes. Bro, I literally like whenever I describe it, I always just like bro, I hit my bed and like I don't know if I just like gave myself a concussion by the way I landed on my bed, but it was just like I plopped on my bed just like that.
And
Like,
just gone.
bro, I literally said I became one with the universe. Like that's how it felt. Like I like
Weird.
like I felt like I was like in the like flying through the galaxy, like fucking like it was like and you know like weed's not supposed to like be hella psychoactive like that.
No.
And I was just like, what the fuck did they give me?
Yeah.
And so like I hit the bed, like I'm just like sitting there, I'm like flying through the universe, like I have like the answers to, like everything.
What?
I'm like I see like the end of my life. I see how I die. I see everything. I'm like, yo, this shit's crazy. And then like I go through that, and then like the high like subsides, and I get up. I'm like, bro. I walk out. Lee's like fucking sitting on the couch, fucking fried. Lee's sitting there just like.
I don't think I've ever seen Lee that like I like he gets pretty high, but I've never seen him fried.
Bro, that brother was cooked.
Cooked.
Like he literally was like he was in there
That's crazy.
and I was just like
No
I described to him how he said I looked when I was high for 3 days off an edible. That's how he said I looked. I was like, bro, that's how you looked that.
Yeah.
I've never told you the story about how I was high for 3 days either.
No.
Oh my god, alright. Do we have anything else before do you have any other stuff that we need to do for the pod today?
No, I'm hungry though.
Are you gonna
I'm hungry.
Are you gonna skip getting groceries and we're gonna go get sushi?
Maybe.
Alright, we'll see.
I'm down.
But
I want some kimchi in my belly.
so when we first moved here, I lived with a guy who shall not be named. And him, myself, I made music back in the day. He was a producer, so we used to basically did all of our free time was fucking music.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah, and because I paid the rent 6 months in advance, I didn't need a job for the most part.
Yeah.
So it was just music. If I need any money, I'd go do this. If I need any money, I could do that. I'll go sell my baseball cards. I'll go do this. I'll go do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically was just surviving like off like fucking like $300 for like 4 months before I got a job.
Real.
But he had this plug, and he would buy like these like gigantic ass edibles all the time. It's like Fruity Pebbles and Rice Krispie treats.
Yum.
And like one night, like we're like recording, and he's like, "Bro, you want to split this edible with me?" And it was a 500 milligram edible.
I would die. I would actually pass away. I would not be here if I took that.
So he like breaks it in half, 250.
Jeez.
And like we're talking about like the song we're gonna write. And like I'm like freestyling a little bit, and he was like, "All right, let me like put a beat together." So then like he starts putting like the beat, and he was like trying to pick an 808. So then he's going doom, 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 doom. Then I look up at my phone. It's been 2 hours, and all I've done is watch him do this. All he's done is hit the fucking 808 for 2 fucking hours. Then he turns around. He's like, "Bro, I'm cooked." This story goes crazy. I was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't know, bro. Like, it's crazy. This happened in 2020 still."
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's like you guys are only home at all times.
Yeah, basically. So
Crazy.
So this is like December, maybe it was January 2021,
Okay.
but it was like early in because
Yeah.
I still didn't have a job yet. I remember that specifically. And then my grandmother calls me at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, "Why the fuck is Nana calling me?" But I'm like so stoned, I can't.
You're like, I probably shouldn't pick this up.
But like, she's calling at 3 a.m. It's got to be important.
Yeah.
Hello? She's like, "Tino, I fell." And I'm like, "What? Huh?" Snaps me back to reality. I'm like, "What? Nana, are you okay?" I was like, "Why are you calling me? I'm 300 miles away. What the fuck am I gonna do?"
Yeah.
And then she's just like, "Tino, I fell. Like, you like called." I'm like, "What? Do you want me to call? Why didn't you call 911? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So, and then like I'm like,
That's sweet that she thought of you though.
yeah.
Like I know that's a very traumatic situation. Like she fell, but it's like she's like, my grandson, he needs to help me. You know.
Yeah. And then so I'm like, "Yo, bro, give me your phone. I need to call my mom."
Yeah.
Because my mom has a key to the house, but my mom was across town.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Wait, fuck." I was like, if I call you from this number, she's not gonna know. So like so I'm like, fuck. But I call my mom anyway, and my mom doesn't answer. Call again, doesn't answer. Call again, doesn't answer. Call my stepdad, he doesn't answer. Call my stepdad again, he doesn't answer. Call my mom again, she answers. Who the fuck is calling me? I'm like, "Mom, it's Tino." She's like, "What the fuck? Wait, are you okay? What's going on?" I was just like, "Nana just called me. She fell. Da 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 da." It's like, "What?
Is your grandma still on your
Yeah,
phone?
she's on my phone. So I'm like this. And so my mom's like, "I don't have a key to the house anymore. You gotta call Noguchi." And I'm like, "What? Fuck." So I hang up on my mom. I call my uncle.
Oh my god, on this like stranger's phone.
Yes. So I'm like, "Nana, are you okay?" I'm like, "Tino, come help me." I'm like, "Oh no." I call my uncle. He's like, "Bro, who the fuck?" Yeah, I'm like, Uncle Butchie. And he's like, "Tino, what the fuck are you doing calling me this early in the morning?" And I was like, "I don't know. Nana fell. You need to go to Nana's house to go help her." Da, 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 da. And like, I'm cooked. So like, I'm trying to do like the high comes back, and I'm getting smacked around, and I'm hella paranoid
Yeah.
because I'm thinking my fucking grandmother's dying. I feel bad that I'm calling my whole family at 3 o'clock in the morning. So my uncle's just like my uncle calls Nana. Nana answers. So she's like, "Fuck, I'm on holding her on my phone." So I'm on holding this phone. I have my roommate's phone here, and I'm like, "Okay, call my mom back," because now my uncle and my grandmother are talking on the phone. I was like, "Mom, you got to get over there." Da, 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 da. Uncle Butchie didn't want to go. My uncle calls me back on his phone. I'm like, "Okay, Mom, hold on." Hello, and I'm like now trying to talk to like 3 people at the same time. I'm like, fuck, I need to talk to everybody. So like, my brain obviously doesn't go just merge the
Yeah.
fucking calls. Obviously,
Yeah.
why didn't I think of that? But
Too
I end up,
high.
bro. So I run in. It's like the layout's basically the same. So like this is all
Okay.
happening in the living room.
Okay,
I run to it'd be like this room, but like the way the layout was, it was opposite.
got you.
But I basically like run on here, just mad ding 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 ding. My best friend Kylie, like she's sleeping in the other room. I'm just like boom boom boom. Hey Kylie, she's like looking at me like look like bug eyed. I'm just like I need your phone. She's like, oh okay. Here's your phone. I have them all three on speaker, and they're like I'm like over here hyperventilating. Holy fuck! Oh shit! Oh my god!
My grandma!
It gets to the point where I guess I got like hyperventilated so much that I fell.
Oh my god!
But like I got like really worked up. My uncle was like, Tino, like you're good. Go to sleep. Like it's fine. We'll take care of it from here. I'm like okay. I wake up the next day. Lee was at work because he worked graveyards at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up the next day. I walk out of the room. I was like, I was still stoned as shit.
Oh god, that sounds like a nightmare. That you woke up in a nightmare.
Oh, for sure. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I walk out and Lee's like sleeping on the couch. Lee looks up at me. And apparently he said that he's like was trying to talk to me for like 5 or 10 minutes. I just stood there.
Oh my god. You probably looked crazy.
He's like, bro, you're good? I was like, nah. And I turned around and went back to sleep. I slept the entire fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the middle of the night. Like, that's how, like, I was out. Wake up in the middle of the night. I still got the spins. I can still feel I'm high. But I'm like, fuck, I need to use the bathroom. I need water. I need to eat.
Waking up like shriveled Pim from Smiling Friends.
Yes. And I'm like, bro, I need sustenance.
Yeah.
What is going on? So I use the bathroom. I grabbed some water. I think I cranked back like 5 bottles of water. It was just
Jeez.
I was like, okay, that's enough for me today. Back to my room, straight back to sleep.
Oh my god.
Wake up the next day, I'm still high. It's been 3 fucking days. I'm like, bro, what did he give me?
He gave you the My Little Pony like infinite like brownie edible whatever.
Dude, I found out later these edibles were dab infused.
Jesus.
So I was high as shit. Funny story that later the same guy he ordered another one for himself, got his own, ate his own 500 milligrams.
Jeez.
He got so high he blocked his plug. He's like,
you gave me nightmare fuel, bro. Nightmare.
So he had me text him because he had him on Snapchat. He had me text him on Snapchat. I was like, hey, kid, my friend blocked you. Can you like re-accept him? And the plug thought it was hilarious. He screenshotted that shit, put it on his story. He's like, bro, I told y'all I got that gas. I was like, yo.
That gas is so hard that you'll block me.
I was like, hey, bro, I told you these things, and you don't fuck around with these things, but I was like, damn.
How do you even make dab infused edibles? You just melt down dab into a pot?
Sure.
With marshmallows and then weed essence?
I would guess
potions, bruh.
I
Wizard potions.
I guess. I have no other explanation for how that would work. Oh my god. This is a great fucking story time day.
I agree. I was a little scared just because I'm like, what do we even talk about? Like, there hasn't been a lot happening like just like in our lives right now.
No, for sure.
But we're naming this one. He did what? No.
what would be a good name? It's like so we got Ghost Story. I think we go with the Beast Games one because I feel like that'd get clicks.
I feel like the Ghost one though is good. We'll figure it out.
Doesn't YouTube have a feature where you can like test out like multiple titles?
I think so.
So I think we should. I think that's
Do
what.
that.
So I think it would be like, we try like the Ghost Stories, see how that does, and it's just like, I was on Beast Games. This is my story.
Mr. Beast did what? But I'm starving, so me and Tina are gonna go get some sushi.
I'm about to go fuck some sushi. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm starving.
Same.
I wish I had a beard so I could put the mic in my beard. Have you seen that people? Can you do that? You know the people with like the really long beards that could just do that?
I think I accidentally turned my.
Okay, that would be the end.
I guess it's a little cooked, but it works.
I want a beard. I just want like a mustache. Imagine them just clipping it on your mustache.
Gender dysphoria moment.
Real. Okay, we're gonna go get some food. So, oh, I thought that would hit the camera, but it didn't. Bye, guys.
Later, guys. Have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Down below. Down below. Down below. Down below.